Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the top numbers on the coronavirus spread. India is recorded the single highest spike in corona cases today. Tonight, we want to begin this show by giving you a comprehensive look at where we stand on the battle against corona virus. So far, 411 districts continue to be COVID-free. That's nearly 51% of the country. 411 districts are absolutely coronavirus-free. Also, let's look at the fact that the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and National Capital Region are all a big cause of concern, and that's something that we are looking at. And look at those green zones on the map of India, ladies and gentlemen, and that gives you the story. Over 400 districts have no trace of coronavirus. You can see the colors and the grading of how coronavirus is there. The fact is that 46% of the country's corona positive cases are concentrated in just 4 states and perhaps less than a dozen districts. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the top number. Also, let's take a look at the overall numbers. Over 1,500 cases of corona have been reported today. It's the single biggest hike. 17,656 positive cases. Deaths are at 599. But what is important to see is that the recovery rate is gradually increasing, and today we stand at 16% recovery rate, which was around 12 and 13% last week. So that is a way we can say that the glass is looking half full. 3.16 is the death rate, and that is something that should give us a little cheer. But it is Maharashtra that we'll have to look at and monitor in terms of the numbers that we are seeing. In Maharashtra, the numbers clearly show that there is cause for concern, and we will need to look at and most of the cases here, and the concern is due to the fact that most of the cases are asymptomatic. Look at April 19th numbers. Out of the total 2,748 cases whose details have been accessed by us, 1,790, or really 65%, were asymptomatic cases. In fact, even the ICMR said that across the country, about 80% of cases are turning out to be asymptomatic. So that raises the question, are we testing enough? If people don't have their symptoms, they're not going to doctors, they are not going for their tests, are our coronavirus positive cases being underreported? That's a question that all of us need to think about. It's not just in Maharashtra, and it is going to be a phenomenon that we can see in many parts of the country, and that is the area of huge concern, that if majority of corona positive cases are going to be asymptomatic, then numbers that we are seeing now could be extremely deflated. Well, those are the numbers that we are showing to you. But first, let's go across to the top story and the big debate also coming out from Maharashtra. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at these chilling pictures. And these chilling pictures tell you a story of what transpired in Palghar district on the 16th of April. Very chilling visuals. The question is, while all this was happening, where were the policemen? What were they doing? Why were the policemen only carrying lathis at a time when there were crowds of over 400 people attacking 3 people who lost their lives because they were lynched? And look at the kind of injuries they got. First, take a look at this video, and then we'll ask the questions. Look at the way they beat up, and they actually turned over the EcoSport vehicle. Look at the lathis in the hands of the people. The rumor was that these were child lifters, when actually they were people who were going across to Gujarat for a funeral, for a cremation. And these individuals were sadhus, as some say. It is really shocking that between 16th of April and 18th of April, the state government, the police, despite being at the spot, did not even report this incident. It was only on 19th April, 72 hours later, after the media put out these videos, that the Maharashtra government even commented on this entire incident. And it is the mystery of these 72 hours that we are questioning on the News Hour tonight. And that is our legitimate question. Was there an attempt? Was there a real attempt at a cover-up of the Palghar lynching? That's the question we are asking, and that's the big debate. Hashtag Palghar lynching truth, coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha and National Spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining me tonight is Shehzad Poonawalla, political analyst and lawyer. Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, also on the show. JDS representative Tanveer Ahmed joining us tonight, and Maharashtra senior journalist Mr. Ram Kumar also with us on the show. And of course, Sanjay Gupta, Shiv Sena spokesperson, with us on the News Hour tonight. But first, I want to come across to you, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. You are a litigant. You went to Supreme Court on several lynching cases that happened across the country. I want to ask you 3 very pertinent questions. I want to ask you, when this lynching happened on the 16th of April at night, why till 18th was no mention made by the police to the DGP, and why was it not reflected in the figures, in the facts that are put out by the Home Department of every state on a daily basis? I also want to ask you, till the media put out the visuals, the videos yesterday on Sunday, 72 hours after this incident happened, why were no statements made? Why was absolutely a pin drop silence maintained by the Maharashtra government? The Home Minister didn't speak, the Chief Minister didn't speak. And I also want to ask you, the Chief Minister, when he spoke today, said that the police itself was attacked and had been outnumbered. Then I want to ask you, why were two cops shunted out if they were also under attack and had no fault in this entire matter? Don't you think this entire investigation should be going to an agency that can look at it from all aspects, rather than just a CID high-powered approach, which also has been announced only after 72 hours of the incident?
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for having me on the show, and within 1 minute I will attempt to answer all your questions. You're right, ma'am, that this matter is right now being investigated, but it's being investigated as per the guidelines of the Honorable Supreme Court, in my case, in the mob lynching case. Now, point number 2, ma'am, you will also recall that mob lynching is a very, very serious offense. As per the central government figures in the Supreme Court, in my case, 84% increase in mob lynching cases since Mr. Narendra Modi has come in power. So the Supreme Court had said, Masuka, a mob lynching law must come into effect with preventive guidelines to prevent mob lynching. Now, what has happened is there have been states, because law and order is also state subjects, like Congress ruled states like Ashok Gehlot's Rajasthan, Kamal Nath's Madhya Pradesh, etc., then that passed the mob lynching law, but the President of India, Honorable Kovind, has not signed on the law, and the central government, despite judgment of the Supreme Court to prevent mob lynching by passing this law, has not passed it. And Amit Shah ji has said in Parliament he will not pass it. I want to end by one more fact. Chitra Chaudhary of the BJP, who's the Sarpanch of the village where this lynching happened, has been arrested, and she was leading the mob of 110 people in attacking this person. Now, the question that arises, ma'am, is from Mahesh Sharma ji, who put a tricolor on lynching accused, to Jayant Sinha ji, who garlanded people who were convicted in lynching, to Chitra Chaudhary, who once again led a mob. Why are BJP connections in every lynching? Why doesn't Prime Minister Narendra Modi pass the law as per the order of the Honorable Supreme Court?
Another fact that does not add up is, कहा जा रहा है कि वहां 400 लोग थे, फिर 110 क्यों अरेस्ट हुए? और अगर 110 अरेस्ट हुए हैं और 400 वहां प्रेजेंट थे, तो बाकी आज कहां हैं? FIR 4 वहां पर दर्ज हुई हैं, एक 14 अप्रैल की, एक 16 अप्रैल की और एक 17 अप्रैल की। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं डॉक्टर सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, इन द मेडिकल रिपोर्ट दैट हैज कम आउट, दे हैव सेड इट इज ड्यू टू हेड इंजरी। हैव यू सीन दोस विजुअल्स ऑन योर स्क्रीन? द वैन हैज बीन रोल्ड ओवर, द पर्सन हु वाज हिट, मिस्टर गिरी, has blood coming out of his head, and I also want to tell you that he was actually holding on to the clothes of the policeman to save him, yet the police did not act.
Navika, you know, this lynching is different in the eyes of Tehseen Poonawala because this is a secular lynching. Whenever a Hindu person, that too a saffron-clad person is killed, it is a secular lynching, and in others, suddenly the religion comes in, the caste comes in, then the other things comes in. Navika ji, if you can imagine that it could have been the 3 religious figures of any other religion. By this time, forget about the leftist media and the so-called rationalists, the so-called secularists. Even the cacophony could have been from BBC to Washington Post to New York Times to Wall Street Journal. And now there is a deafening silence on the leftist front. ये इलाका तो वो है जो कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी का गढ़ है तहसीन साहब। यहां से एमएलए कौन है? कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी का। Violence is their character. Whenever they come in power, there is a political violence.
May I please answer?
Unfortunately, one more thing, police wala is coming. If he was having an apprehension that there is a crowd outside, has he asked SOS on wireless? And if he has not asked, why? And if he has asked, then why he has come before the additional cops could have come? और उसके बाद जिस ढंग से हाथ छुड़ा रहे हैं, ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि उनको छोड़ दिया। देखिए साहब, पुलिस की गलती नहीं है। यूपी में वही पुलिस थी जो अखिलेश यादव के शासनकाल में थी, और वही पुलिस है जो योगी आदित्यनाथ के शासनकाल में है। Unfortunately, आज the tiger of Shiv Sena has become a cat, a tame cat in the hands of NCP and Congress. Now they have become so secular that on the issue of Muslim reservation, their lips are tied. On this issue, they are saying, no, do not make it a... Nobody is trying to give a communal color. But why there is deafening silence on the leftist media? I want an answer. ये तो वही महाराष्ट्र है ना, जहां अंधविश्वास निर्मूलन समिति, गोविंद पंसारे जी की हत्या हुई थी। वो मौलाना साद के स्टेटमेंट पे चुप्पी साध के बैठ जाते हैं अंधविश्वास निर्मूलन समिति वाले, और यहाँ 3 भगवाधारी मार दिए जाते हैं, और उसके बाद कुछ नहीं होता। 72 hours there was no action. After the issue was raised by BJP and the media, then it has happened. तहसीन जी जवाब दीजिए ना।
मैं
जवाब दीजिए,
जवाब दूंगा सर, बिल्कुल
जवाब दीजिए कि 70 साल के कल्प वृक्ष गिरी जी, उनका लिंचिंग होता है। उनके साथ है 35 साल के सुशील गिरी महाराज जी
मैम,
और उनके साथ है उनके ड्राइवर नीलेश तेलगड़े जी। आपको इन सब के लिए कोई दुख नहीं हुआ? आज कोई कैंडल मार्च नहीं है, आज कोई प्रोटेस्ट नहीं है। व्हाट काइंड ऑफ लिबरल constitution protectors are you that you have a very limited understanding and memory of people who are killed?
Thank you, ma'am. I would have done a candlelight march, except that we are in a lockdown. But 2 quick points. In my case in the Honorable Supreme Court, we put 13 cases of lynching. 6 of them were Hindu cases of lynching. We believe from Kashmir to Kerala, from Gujarat to West Bengal, no man, woman, transgender should be lynched. No sadhu, not even a robber, not a priest, not a mullah should be lynched.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see
I'm just asking one question.
I want to give one. I'll just take 10 seconds. Poonawala, who at the drop of a hat becomes a liberal, a brigade who opposes Modi. But today, if lynching happens of these people, and I'm not saying there is any communal angle, but I'm just saying that there are two sadhus who are lynched and one driver with them, तो इनको कोई दर्द नहीं हो रहा, बिल्कुल कोई दर्द नहीं हो रहा। और तनवीर अहमद साहब, I want to ask you, Tanveer Ahmed.
Ma'am,
you must be fair and square today. I just want to ask you, Tanveer Ahmed, would you support Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, who's now taking the excuse of coronavirus and the lockdown, because that is preventing him from raising his voice against the lynching in Palghar? Isn't that absolutely shameless?
Whether it is Tehseen Poonawalla or Congress party, JDS party or any other party, if at all you go to their Twitter account, everybody unequivocally is condemning what happened in Palghar. And I think Uddhav Thackeray and his government has absolutely done a remarkable job by filing an FIR against 100 people, 400 to 500 people, arresting 100 people, and they have sent the strongest message. See, right now the entire country is absolutely in lockdown, and it is like war-like situation. I think we have to stand with Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and laud his efforts to control violence which is happening there, rather than playing politics. I think Sudhanshu need to really stand with Uddhav Thackeray today, rather than playing politics. Sudhanshu ji, I don't think we need to play politics today. And we would not play politics if at all the same type of violence would happen.
Not even asking the 72 hours of silence. We should not even question the 72 hours of silence. And Shehzad Poonawalla, I want to ask you, is this now an attempt? Is this now an attempt that we all should zip up and not question the delay of 72 hours to even admit an incident of this kind had happened in Maharashtra in Palghar? I want to ask you, what about those 72 hours? If those 72 hours had lapsed in a BJP-ruled state, would they be as anodyne as they are today?
Navika, in Animal Farm it is said all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Similarly, all lynchings are equal, but some lynchings are more equal than others. And therefore we remember the lynching of Pehlu Khan and Akhlaq, which is condemnable, but we don't remember the lynching of Sant Giri or of Khetaram Bhil, because they either they've taken place in a non-BJP ruled state, or else they are of the community of a victim. The victim's community is not convenient for these placard artists, PIL artists and these other award wapsi artists, and I call them artists for a reason, to come out and perform. And now they're giving the excuse of coronavirus that's why they could not come out and perform. Why couldn't they write a letter against Uddhav Thackeray? You're absolutely right about the 72-hour delay. This lynching took place on 16th. Had it not been for the relentless coverage of Times Now, they would have not taken the action against these two policemen. In fact, they were all happy to defend these policemen and in fact give them protection cover. Today the question is that why haven't this policeman been charged by abetment of murder? Why hasn't NSA been invoked against those lynchers? Why is it that the Home Minister, who sometimes issues lockdown passes to VVIPs, including the Vadavans, or sometimes he goofs up in Bandra, why is he still being allowed to continue? What was the pressure on the police that they did not act when the 70-year-old Sadhu was pleading and begging to him that please save my life? And these people have the gumption to come and tell us that Uddhav Thackeray did a great job. Had it not been for Times Now's relentless coverage, none of this action would have been taken. And Navika ji, I just want to ask one more question. Had this lynching taken place and the person was wearing a skull cap and the government would have been a BJP government, this PIL artist who is sitting on your channel, would he have said कि coronavirus है मैं इसलिए बाहर नहीं निकल रहा हूँ? Would this Tanveer Ahmed applaud the BJP CM then? These people are past masters of selectivism. They are one-eyed secularists and they shame me because they don't care about human lives.
Shehzad, I don't want to make this communal. I don't want to make this communal. I think the lynching of anybody, whether he is wearing a saffron robe or whether he is wearing a skull cap, is condemnable. So I'm not going to differentiate between the two cases. But let me get in Mr. Ram Kumar, who's a senior journalist. Ram Kumar ji, I want to ask you this. Do you find it strange that 16th April incident is not even spoken about for 3 days? And it is only after the media put out the videos on Sunday, that is yesterday, that there was the first statement that came out from the Maharashtra government. I want to just ask you, I'm not getting into politics. I'm just getting into the facts of the case. ये 72 घंटे किसी ने कुछ कहा ही नहीं.
Thank you, Navika. My correct name is Ram Parmar, not Ram Kumar. Okay. Regarding your question, the incident happened on...
Yes, Ram Parmar.
The incident happened on 16th of April night. And until 17th of April in the evening, say by 6 o'clock, not one word was given from the PRO, that is Public Relation Officer of the Palghar Police. Relentless. I had called many times to them. Give us the details. We know the details. We know what happened. But since we cannot do a story without giving any official confirmation. Now the PRO saying, "Hamare idhar we light nahi hai, we don't have electricity powers since the past many hours," and which is shocking because MSEB has clearly mentioned due to the coronavirus and due to the lockdown, there will be no load shedding. And if there was any technical fault, it will be rectified within minutes. It was just a call away. So it is surprising the police just kept quiet and even did not call the linesman of the MSEB to rectify the technical error. Still, then when I called him again, he said, I have sent one person to MSEB to get that man. So I told him, sir, we don't have time. We cannot wait for the press release. You just tell me what is going orally. And I jotted down orally and I filed my story. Till 17th, the entire night, Navika, not a single FIR a press release was not issued in this regard to the media and we were kept in the dark. Only on the 18th of morning or afternoon, we got a lovely press release which said 3 FIRs have been registered, so-and-so, and it's just a lukewarm FIR. But nothing lukewarm press release, just lukewarm. So much so has been arrested. So you can understand. And the way the media was kept in the dark for not giving them information on time. Navika.
Well, I want to also put out some breaking news that's coming in. We've accessed 4 FIRs. 2 FIRs are related to the incident on 16th, which is the FIR that is for the killing of Kalpaviksha Giri and Sushil Giri and the driver, and the second is about the attack on the policeman. But there was another FIR on the 14th about the killing of a doctor. 14th of April, 2 days before this lynching, the doctor was killed and the police did not inform the headquarters. Did they not ask for any reinforcements? And after this incident, did they wait for 3 more people to be killed in the same area? I want to ask Sanjay Gupta ji. Sanjay Gupta ji, 14 तारीख को ये होता है, 16 तारीख को ये दोबारा होता है. एक बार डॉक्टर मरते हैं, एक बार 2 साधु और एक ड्राइवर मरते हैं, और उसके बावजूद कोई नोटिस नहीं, कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं, होम मिनिस्ट्री से, आपकी महाराष्ट्र सरकार से कोई कुछ नहीं कहता. मैं आपसे सवाल पूछना चाहती हूं. आप लोगों ने भी कई सवाल बीजेपी के खिलाफ खड़े किए थे और ये जायज सवाल हैं कि ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इस तरह से चलेगा क्या महाराष्ट्र में? लोग लिंच होंगे एक के बाद एक और पुलिस सोती रहेगी?
मैडम, जिस तरह से साधु महाराजों को मारा गया, और आपको ये जानकर ये पता चलेगा कि जिन साधु महाराजों को जिन लोगों ने मारा उनके खिलाफ धारा 302 का मुकदमा दर्ज किया गया, ना कि गैर इरादतन हत्या का केस. क्योंकि पुलिस के आ जाने के बाद उन लोगों को रुक जाना चाहिए था, और जिस तरह से वो लोग नहीं रुके और साधु महाराजों को मारते रहे, इससे पता चलता है कि वो उनकी हत्या ही करना चाहते थे. इसीलिए उन सबके ऊपर मर्डर का केस दर्ज किया गया है. और जिस तरह से मामले की गंभीरता को देखते हुए खुद यूपी के सीएम योगी आदित्यनाथ जी ने उद्धव जी से बात की, और जिस तरह से होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह साहब ने उद्धव जी से बात की, और फिर उद्धव जी ने खुद आकर के इसके विषय में स्टेटमेंट दी, इससे पता चलता है कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार और उद्धव जी इस मामले में कितने गंभीर हैं. और जिन लोगों ने भी साधु महाराज को मारने के अंदर जो भी लोग
संजय गुप्ता जी, आपने 72 घंटे की चुप्पी के बारे में कुछ नहीं कहा. आप अभी तक एक गेरुआ गमछा पहन के बैठे थे, वो आपने फटाफट उतार के नीचे रख दिया. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, are we asking the question about what has been said today by the Chief Minister, or are we asking the question about why nothing was said for 72 hours? A doctor is attacked on the 14th of April, yet the police do not ask for reinforcement, and in the same spot, 3 people get killed on the 16th of April, and there is no statement made for 72 hours.
Because this is a commendable job done by the Maharashtra government, as per my dear friend Tanvi.
People come out during a
Now,
lockdown.
Coming to this, I just want to ask one question. You know why this has happened, Navika? Because this is a communist-dominated area. The MLAs from the Communist Party, ये शिवसेना जो कि अपने को भगवा रंग से और भगवा ध्वज से कनेक्ट करते हैं, आज वो लाल सलाम वालों के सामने ऐसे लाचार हो गए कि उनके लाली मेरे लाल की जिद देखूं तो लाल हो गए। हाउ इज इट हैपन? यही इलाका जहां बार बार इस ढंग की घटनाएं होती हैं। व्हाई द एक्शन वाज नॉट टेकन? एंड अगेन आई एम आस्किंग, इट इज जस्ट टू द बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज,
पुलिस वालों के अगेंस्ट एक्शन लिया गया, जिन्होंने कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया। जो पुलिस वाले वहां पे थे, बिल्कुल सही बात है, जो गोली चलानी चाहिए थी, हवाई फायरिंग करना चाहिए था उन्हें हवाई फायरिंग नहीं किया। देश में 2-4 लोगों को मारना पड़ता, उन्हें 2-4 लोगों को मारना चाहिए था, इसलिए तो पुलिस वालों के खिलाफ भी एक्शन लिया गया। कोई सा भी ऐसा एक्शन नहीं है जो कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार को लेना चाहिए था, वो महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने लिया नहीं। लेकिन आप सिर्फ उंगली उठाने का काम कर रहे हैं और कुछ भी नहीं
उनकी तरफ कर रहे हैं। अरे एक बार भी पुलिस वाला रेस करता हुआ नहीं दिख रहा भाई। अगर वो
पुलिस वाले के बिल्कुल सही बात है कि पुलिस वालों को फायरिंग करनी चाहिए थी और फायरिंग करने के
कहना चाहूंगा गुप्ता जी,
कुछ लोगों को भी गोली मारनी चाहिए थी, क्योंकि पुलिस का सबसे पहला काम ये है कि अगर कोई ऐसा एनिमल उनकी संरक्षण में है तो उनकी सुरक्षा करे।
Let's get Tehseen Poonawalla and Shehzad Poonawalla on the screen, and I want to ask Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. Tehseen Poonawalla, while the lockdown has been on, haven't you asked the government questions on why kits are being taken from China? Why did the Prime Minister not react in January? Why did he react later? After all, lockdown में आपने मोदी criticism से तो छुट्टी ली नहीं, तो how come today you are justifying that because it's a lockdown I'm not able to condemn the lynchings that happened in Palghar? I want to ask you this, are these double standards that you have, Tehseen Poonawalla?
No, ma'am. In fact, I condemn the lynchings that have happened, and I have two very quick points. For Shehzad and Sudhanshu ji, most of the accused, including Chitra Chaudhary, is the sarpanch of the village who took the lynching, and they are from the BJP. The BJP, why were they karyakartas involved in this lynching? I say this with responsibility. And point number 2. In Masuka and the Supreme Court judgment, prevention for lynching was given. Why is the Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah ji not bringing in the law in Parliament despite a Supreme Court judgment? If this judgment was implemented, there would be no lynching. States that have passed the law, the President of India is
Shehzad Poonawalla, respond.
Okay. Now let me answer both these questions. First of all, it could be anybody under the sun. Why were people allowed to violate the lockdown? This is why Maharashtra has 4,000 plus corona cases. Because people are being allowed by the Maharashtra police under the instructions of Uddhav Thackeray, taking instructions from Sharad Pawar and his vote bank politics, to allow anybody and everybody to violate the lockdown. Now, whoever is the accused, take action on them. Secondly, law and order is the state issue. If Amit Shah is the big bad wolf who prevented Uddhav Thackeray to implement all the guidelines of the Supreme Court, please don't give this nonsense argument. Today, the question is only one and one, that when 2 sadhus have been lynched, you tried to cover it up.
Let me explain.
Why did you try to cover it up? Where is the Swara Bhaskaras of the world? Where are the Taktis of the world? Where are the letters of the world? Where are all these activists now? All of them are disappeared now.
Okay,
Suddenly,
can I answer?
No campaigns, because it's not a BJP government and because it is not a Muslim.
Can I answer?
Let's say it as it is.
ठीक है. ठीक है.
10 seconds.
I'd just like to answer very briefly. Number one, Shehzad, your first point. 10 seconds. Shehzad's first point, why were people allowed to violate the lockdown? Please ask this question to the BJP people who are arrested for violating it. Point number 2, why the law not been implemented in the states?
BJP.
Congress ruled states and opposition ruled states have passed the law. The President of India, the President of India is not signing the law.
जरूर बहुत अच्छी बात है. Tanveer Ahmed and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, 10 seconds to both of you. Tanveer Ahmed, I want to ask you, you have not said one word of the 72-hour delay in commenting on this incident. Do you think that is something that this country needs to know about?
Navika, I would have said about this 72 hours had it been normal situation. This is not a normal situation. Absolutely, police and everybody in the department are at the war front. You can't really blame them for this. And Shiv Sena has done a commendable job, and so has Shiv Sena.
2 days later, another 3 people can be attacked and lynched and killed, and the police does not inform anybody right up to the DGP, or do they inform and nobody responds? Which part of this is true?
This is a normal situation in Maharashtra. When an NCP activist is under suspicion of creating a mob in Bandra, when the government is giving permission for one family for a joyride, with 5 vehicles and 23 people, this is a normal situation. But this situation needs to have an reaction time. Even in Vadhavan case, they are not able to find out up till now where there was a medical emergency paper was not there.
Well,
and the same
ladies
thing
and
is happening
gentlemen,
here.
the lockdown is being called as an abnormal situation for the police and the Maharashtra government to even react to lynching of 3 people. Would you take that argument and believe it? A government cannot report or talk about lynching incidents for 3 days after they happen because the state is under lockdown. Would the same rule apply if there was another party governing in a state where such lynchings happen? I want to just ask that. It is about same rules for all lynchings, and this question needs to be asked. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. And